Hey, what's up, y'all? So, today's over the weekend. Today is, well, we had to come in on Saturday to do EST. So that was day 33. So, I could not talk at all yesterday. So today is Sunday. I know I won't upload on the weekend, but my voice was dying yesterday after calling Kansas. I went straight to bed after EST. So EST is fun, I ain't gonna lie. That wasn't the highlight of the day though. So Saturday, like when you're in your RM and you're doing your assessments and your evals, you do EST on the last day of the week. So if it falls on the Saturday, it falls on the Saturday, but it's only like 2 or 3 hours, and it's right across the barracks. You'll notice. And sorry, I still have a little running throat or a little bit of sickness, but once you complete EST and you're waiting on, if you're the student first sergeant, I recommend you split the last squad into 2 so they can utilize both buildings, and you'll know when you come up to that week. And the remaining guys will just do concurrent training, right? And then so the highlight of the event was actually the AAR. This was probably like the most productive AAR we had with, it wasn't even with senior, it was with the first sergeant. And, I don't want to say his names, but I guess because now we're almost towards the end of the, the academy, where everybody's like, I guess passions are high, and one of the biggest AAR comment was they should have a peer evaluation on each other, because not everybody is a drill sergeant. And a lot of questions and a lot of comments, side marks raised. And I like the first sergeant response, because the first sergeant said it on the spot. He said, well, being a drill sergeant is not that hard. The only hardest part about being a drill sergeant is not your trainees, but it's actually the peers around as the drill sergeants. So when he said that, it was kind of an eye-opener. So the way I took it in was, it's like you go to the board, and even like right now with the mandatory P status, promotable status, you can still get you can still pick up as a P status through the Milper message, and you can become promotable to a sergeant or a staff sergeant, right? So the way I see it is, they might have the hat or they might get the rank, but it depends on them how long they're going to float, or how long they're going to, how far ahead they're going to be in their career. And it's up to as the peers to call them out when they're wrong and then square them away. That's one thing. And the second thing that was kind of wild was we're just complaining about just about the other DSLs not being respectful when we say this will defend, and they don't say till the end. And how sometimes they get upset that we don't say the green, which is this will defend, and they're supposed to respond with till the end. So it was just like, why do we need to say it if they're not gonna respond, versus like we need to say it because it's professional. And this conversation was just going like, hey, if I'm giving you that courtesy as professional peer to professional, not peer, professional to another professional, we should at least acknowledge the even officers, they acknowledge each other when an enlisted member salutes them, But just one of those things. And as it was going, I don't know what this other candidate thought by bringing up one of the other DSLs, which I thought it was funny. But during that conversation, it just went like completely opposite. Whatever reason he said, I'm not gonna say, but he could have used another platoon from a different cycle versus using our current cycle. But it is what it is. However, I'm not gonna lie though. Whenever the first sergeant and the senior and the commandant sergeant major be speaking, it just gets into the whole it just makes you want to be better. It makes you want to square away or police up certain things. Because as an NCO, you'll know what's right and wrong, and you know where you can help out certain situations to benefit the Army and the soldier, right? But it's just a gray area. We're just not a gray area. It's just a way. There's always ways around it. You just gotta know how to utilize and be very, very resourceful, and know your regulations and your Milper messages, your AAR, so many things. But whenever however whenever the first song be speaking, man, everybody be like all like listening. It'd be really good. It's a very philosophical. It's a very it's like a, I would say the AAR was a, instead of AAR, it was actually a LPD or a NCOPD. But overall, I guess a drill sergeant PD. But it was a really good conversation. And as my experience as a student first sergeant, if you're sick or you have a telonitis, save your voice for the cadences. Because man, I was dying. I give it my all. Thank God, like the drill sergeant leaders, like my drill sergeant leaders and the other drill sergeant leaders were giving me somewhat of a, I wouldn't say a freebie, but they were being kind enough to not let me do cases all the way throughout. But man, my voice was dying, and it's kind of still is, but I'm recovering. But yeah, next week on, because this week is a holiday, I think like President's Day or something like that. I don't know, but it's a danza on Monday. So the next video I'll be doing is on Tuesday, or Wednesday morning or Tuesday evening. And then we go and do our zeroing and our, yeah, pretty much we're doing zeroing and Loma, which is a location of hit and miss of the target. But man, I'm not good at zeroing, but grouping, I'm somewhat decent. But yeah, all right, y'all. So if you have any questions or comments, just hit me up right there. All right. Again.